Let's talk about Moltbot. You already know it's a powerful tool, right? But what if you could make it way more powerful and save a ton of money at the same time? I'm talking about cutting your costs by more than half and getting access to even better AI models. That's exactly what we're going to do today. So let's just ask the big question right up front. Are you overpaying for your AI assistant? Because if you're using the default settings on Moltbot, the answer is almost definitely yes. It's not your fault, it's just how it comes out of the box. But the good news is it's really easy to fix. Okay, this chart right here, this tells the whole story. On the left, you've got the standard setup. You're kind of locked in, paying official rates. But on the right, that's where we're going. Costs just plummet, and suddenly you have this whole universe of AI models to play with. This isn't just a small tweak, it's a total game changer. So let's dig into why this is even a problem in the first place. While those default settings get you started, they have some pretty serious limitations that can really slow you down. And you've probably felt these frustrations. The API bills are just higher than they need to be. You might be restricted based on where you are in the world. You're stuck with just one family of models. And the worst one, hitting a rate limit right in the middle of your workflow, bringing everything to a screeching halt. It's a real headache. But enough about the problems. Let's talk about the fix. And it's actually a really elegant one. The API Proxy. Just think of it as a universal remote for your AI. So, what is an API proxy? Well, you can think of it like a smart middleman. It's a service that sits between your Moltbot and all the different AI models out there. It cleverly routes your requests to save you money, unlock access to way more models, and just give you a much more stable connection.
And here is the headline. This is the big one. We are talking about cutting your API fees by 40 to 60%. Just let that sink in for a second. For every dollar you spend now, you could be spending as little as 40 cents. Those savings add up incredibly fast.
Now, you might be thinking, okay, this sounds complicated. But here's the best part. Unlocking all of these amazing benefits takes just a few minutes. Seriously, it's a simple, one-time setup that pays for itself over and over again. You know, there are a couple ways you could do this, but let's stick to the simplest, most reliable method. All we have to do is edit one single file, config.json. You set it once and you're done. The entire process really just boils down to these three simple steps. First, you get your credentials from a proxy provider. Second, you find that config file. And third, you just copy and paste those details in. That is literally it. And please don't get intimidated by the code. You only need to care about two little pieces of information: the base URL, which is just the web address for the proxy, and your personal API key. That's it. Those two things are your keys to the kingdom. So this is what it actually looks like inside the file. You're going to add a new provider section. We're just calling it API here for the example, and you literally just paste in your base URL and your AP key. Then, right below that, you tell Moltbot, hey, use my new provider as the main model. It's that straightforward. Okay, once you've saved that file, it's time for the really fun part. Let's make sure everything is working, and then we can explore all your new superpowers. This is the magic command. Just open up your terminal, type Moltbot doctor, and hit enter. This little command will run a full checkup on your new setup. And this is what you want to see. A beautiful list of green check marks. When you see this, it means you've done it. Everything is connected, your key is validated, and it's all working perfectly. It's a great feeling. So why did we do all of this? For this. Look at your new arsenal. You're not stuck in one ecosystem anymore. You now have access to the best from Anthropic, OpenAI, Google, and even incredible open source models like Llama 3. You can switch between them anytime you want. Now, with all these new choices, you might be wondering where to even start. Well, a really great go-to for your day-to-day work is Claude Sonnet 4. It just hits that perfect sweet spot between being super powerful and really, really affordable. And there you have it. In just a couple of minutes, you've totally transformed your AI assistant. It's cheaper to run, it's more powerful, and it's way more flexible than it was before. So the only real question left is, what are you going to build with it now?